Bendiciones. Alafia, everybody. This is a this is an interesting topic that I come across a lot. You know, as somebody that works both hands, you always have the motherfucker in the corner that's like, "Oh, the work is gonna come back on you. The work is gonna come back on you. That's why I don't do that type of stuff." Chacho. Let's unpack this. Because a lot of these people that's talking that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay? They really don't. They really don't know what they're talking about. And they really brought that in from like whatever religion that they were in prior to coming into, because it's even people in the spiritual community that don't know any better that say things like that. And truthful is they're bringing in concepts from whatever religion that they just came from, and they're bringing it where it doesn't belong. All right, you get these people that think, because they're working with the light or this or that somehow they're exempt from the laws of the universe. So let me break it down for you, coming from a real Brujo that was born and bred in this. Okay, love and light work and chaos and destruction work is the same. Oh, what does he mean by that? I mean, it's the same to you. Yes, the results are different for the client, but it's the same for you. What does that mean? Well, let's dig into what that means. If you're somebody who does chaos work, if you're somebody who does destruction type of stuff and this and that, well, likely, if you're smart, you have a good regimen to cleanse yourself and to direct that energy somewhere else other than you. So when you're out there and you putting stuff on people, this and the third, you know what comes with that, and so you able to handle that as you moving it. You know what I'm saying? You know how to direct that, avert that energy away from you. Any kickback on that, like when you shoot a gun, it got a kickback, pop, 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 kicking back, right? Okay, well, you know how to handle that kickback. You know how to handle that because this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? You know how to create balance there. When somebody is doing so-called light work, they got to be worried too. And if they're smart, they also will have a good cleansing and protection regimen, period. Because they the ones who really need it. I once was having a conversation with one of my friends that's a Babalawo. He was talking about the work he does. I was talking about the work I do. We were talking about client experiences. That's the thing I love. Is the fact of being able to have certain conversations with other people, that are in various traditions and getting their insight on certain things as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it just helps to expand the mind. And so there's a good friend of mine. So we were having a conversation, and he had brought up a very valid point. He was like, when I'm doing work for people and I pull a Jogun off of somebody, or I pull a Sogbo off of somebody, which the Ajogun really can deserve their own video. But just think of, these are basically entities within Orisha tradition that are more destructive. Eshu is the leader of the Ajogun. He's the commander of the Ajogun. Osogbo is when there's like misfortune, imbalance, the negativity coming into your life. That's Osogbo. Ire is when it's good, it's fortunate, it's bliss. That's Ire. So Eshu directs Ire, Eshu directs Osogbo. He directs both of them to people, And Eshu is the general, period. But people really know Eshu for being leader of that Jogun because why? That's the one they're afraid of. So that's the one they be hanging on to. But pretty much, he was talking and he's like, yeah, when I take our Jogun off of somebody, it have to go somewhere. And where's the first place it's gonna go? To the person that took it off of them. Hello. I don't think y'all understand me. If somebody pays me to take a spirit off of them, right? Or to clear out negativity or to clear work off of them that somebody put on them, where is that work going to go? Where are those spirits going to try to go? Because if it's lifted off of them, it's going to try to attach itself somewhere. And where's the first place it's going to come looking to attach itself? Well, the one that took it off. Well, you took me off of them, so I'll come to you. Now what? You're going to have to cleanse and deal with that negative entity the same way that a person that's cursing people and hexing people left and right have to deal with their kickback. That's just the nature of it. If I come and take a bear cub, the mama's going to come looking for me. In order to get a turtle out of a fish net that's stretching miles along the sea in the Australian in the sea that's connected to Australia, I'm gonna have to risk myself because there's great white sharks in Australia, and they could come looking for me because I'm in the water with them. This is how it go, and people don't understand the practice. If even something is readings, you have to do constant cleansings and things like that. Because here's the thing, you coming to me for reading, well, okay, now I'm doing reading. And as I'm doing reading, the stuff I'm seeing might not be so good. Now I got to relay that message to you. And in talking to you, you're going to dump that energy on me as the reader. Hello. And as you're dumping that on me, I'm taking it off of you. And that's in turn making your life lighter. But now I have to deal with that negativity. So I have to clean that off of me. This is the reality of these workings. That's why I don't get mad at people that charge what price. Because why? Yo, the people as the clients, they're coming to get cleansed off. They're coming to get cleaned. They're coming to get negativity pulled off of them. And guess who got to deal with it when they go about their way free? Us. Hello. And so even in something like therapy, a therapist have to know how to diffuse the negativity that the clients put on them within their self. Even people that are in social work type of jobs, they have to know how to decompress that out of them. So this is something that even spans outside of holistic spirituality and goes into modern science and careers. If you're a therapist, you listening to people tell you their problems all day, that's going to affect you negatively if you don't know where to place those emotions, then you might start getting displaced anger, this. You mess around and start developing stuff, mental things, because of what you're dealing with your clients. So even a therapist that doesn't deal with no maji have to know how to decompress from the negativity that get put on them from people. That's why I say dark work and light work is the same to me, because I'm going to have to deal with it a similar way. It's not the same to the client, because of course one person is coming for their salvation and healing, and the other person is coming to get retribution against somebody that wronged them, right? But either way, even in that sense, it's still the kind of the same to the client, because they both getting the results they want to feel better, right? So it's all medicine. But from a practitioner point of view, it's definitely all the same, because we have to clean ourselves regardless. Okay, you heck somebody. Well, you better clean yourself, and you better know how to balance that. Oh, you took a spirit off of somebody. Well, you better learn how to clean yourself and balance that. Oh, you doing readings for people. You telling them about problem, or oh, well, you better learn how to decompress that shit inside of you so that you can be balanced and not be drained and tired all day. This is what I'm talking about. Spiritual hygiene is important to everybody. So that's why I say, when people be coming, oh my God, you're hexing people, you're going to have to pay for that. Motherfucker, you're going to have to pay for it if you even help somebody. How about that? Like, what are you talking about? Everybody's going to have to pay a consequence for what they did, even if it's good. So that's what people have to realize. And when you understand it in that way, it will make a lot of this more simple for you moving forward on how you think of Maji, how you approach Maji in the world, in the world view of it. Then you won't be so dogmatic in your thinking to think, oh, well, that's negative, so it's gonna come back and that. Okay, so does the positive. That one come back too. When you helping people and dealing with your Maji with other people, it's always going to have effects. If you pull a sogbo off of somebody, where the energy gonna go? The first one that took it off of them. Hello. That's all I'm saying. And that's a fact. And how do I know this? I know this from experience. I know this from dealing with a lot of different people and seeing the effects of different types of works. Whether it's so-called positive or so-called negative, it don't matter. I gotta clean. I gotta cleanse. I gotta do protection. Yeah. And so with that being said, family, stay wise on your journey. Or dabo.